Hello everyone, this is like our first podcast. Pretty introductory. So with me is Cake, MrKingKake from Denmark, from Neutral Brotherhood. Drake, whom you probably will know already, is not with us today from America. So yeah, it's me, your host today, but actually Cake is it was Cake initiative and I was totally for it to make podcasts, so probably he will lead it. Maybe sometimes I will not be there, they will just make it. Maybe we will make a new channel separate, but at the moment let's just make it on my channel. So yeah, we will discuss gaming, retro gaming, new stuff, good old stuff and so on. So hello there, Cake.
Hello. No, should I just call you Genius?
Yep, feel free to call me True Neutral or Genius or EvGenius, whatever.
Yeah, I think Genius is better.
Okay.
It's a really good nickname to have.
Yeah, D&D, have a lot of symbolism in it. It's my name, my alignment, my D&D, like overall stuff. It has a lot in it. Yeah, I actually. It's very nice when people like understand the meaning behind it. You know, it's really nice.
Yeah. So today I think one of the subjects would be, if we should talk about something, it should be the Beamdog's Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition, because we have a little chat.
Yeah, about original and enhanced.
Yeah, the original and the enhanced, and at first I was more like that with the Baldur's Gate 1, the Sword Coast. I was like, I like the enhanced, but now that I have tried to test, trying some more things out in enhanced and play a little, I feel like that they have, either way or there's something, they have downplayed some things that I remember was different in the original. I'm not entirely sure about it.
Yeah, it was different.
Bugs I missed, glitch that's just fixed.
But one of the most important things for me is just atmosphere, and engine is different and it completely destroys atmosphere. By the way, I think I will try to
I
try
agree
to show
with
it on the stream at the
old-
moment. I will turn on Baldur's Gate in the windowed mode and we will even play a little bit. And well, if you decided to start from Baldur's Gate, which is one of the most favorite games ever for me, Baldur's Gate 2 Shadows of Fun, along with Planescape.
Planescape song, and there was also my cousin introduced it to me. I wasn't really good at English at the time, so I was just sitting next to him playing those games, and I enjoyed it. It made me fall in love in the English language as well, when because I first played or saw Baldur's Gate 2, where I heard Johnny Rennicus, the voice by David
Johnny
Warner.
Rennicus, my pure alter ego.
Yeah, and I just fell in love with
One
that
of the
character.
greatest anti-hero of all time, and voice acting by by Warner.
He's just the best.
This is just really, it's not even one of, I think the voice acting by Warner is literally the best ever in the history of gaming. Really.
Yeah, he is also, if you take the old Batman animated series, he voiced Ra's al Ghul. Yeah.
I'm not sure about
Even though
volumes.
the voices reminded, there was still some different. It was still the way Ra's al Ghul, or what he was called, I can't even pronounce his name correctly or something. But there was definitely some difference between John Rennicus and him in the way they both talked. So that's just was great about him. But yeah, one of the thing with Baldur's Gate the original, well, the engine in Baldur's Gate 2 Enhanced Edition, that's fine. They fixed some good things, and they didn't really change the engine. the way you played and how you felt in the game wasn't really different from the original to your hands. But the Baldur's Gate 1, I really feel like I miss, the funny armor when you play the fighter or paladin.
Oh yeah, I have at the moment icon the classic icon of paladin, which is Keldorn, another one of my favorite characters, like broken paladin with broken fate. It's absolutely great history. I think Baldur's Gate. It's really it's even hard for me in English to explain how deep War and Steel are those feelings for the game itself, characters. The story was so top notch. It's really one of those really games good. which touch you deep inside, and it's forever with you. Well, until you die, at least.
Yeah, until you die. But also, when you play Baldur's Gate, you actually have a pretty good introduction to, I think it's the D&D 2.5 or 3, but you basically have a good introduction to the whole universe of Dungeons and Dragons, because you learn some of the most important things, like some of the Cyril, the god of murder who killed Bald and went insane and anything. You learn actually a lot too, that when you if you're ever gonna play pen and paper Dungeons and Dragons, you have a pretty good understanding of the world after you have played Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, totally. It's also one of the best realizations of D&D pen and paper games, tabletop games.
Yeah,
definitely one of the best.
And back to the characters, I really loved a lot of characters. If I should say, I mean, Mince, he's a classic character. Everybody loves Mince. Actually, one of my teacher, I talked about.
He's like an icon of Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, he's an icon. I talked to one of my teachers in school. He's a Linux expert, and I was talking about the collector edition for the Siege of Dragonspear and some problems I have with Beamdogs. But when I said Baldur's Gate, he said, "Oh, I played that," and then he just quoted Mince immediately, and it was just so cool to also have a teacher who knew that. But that awakes some feelings, and he didn't know about the Siege of Dragonspear.
Oh, let's not even talk about new ones, which are not even close to original ones. It's just odd things. Yeah, I really don't like people who continuing to create just to not to revive the classic. Well, try to, but actually just to earn money and Why you don't need to revive classics. Classics are like undying classics, like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. You don't need to make some stupid sequels. It's same with films, same with books, games, films, everything. Like Ghost in the Shell, but let's better not to talk about Ghost in the Shell, about Blade Runner and stuff like that. Why the hell you are doing that? Damn it! And just destroying the epicness in mass.
And masterpiece. To an extent, I agree with you, but Siege of Dragonspear wasn't really a remake, or and not really either a continue of the game. What I liked about Siege of Dragonspear is just explained the loophole. Maybe the story wasn't really good, and the transgender character was really strange, and and they didn't accept that this is mid-age, this is knights, and women maybe doesn't have the same rights that they have to this day society. They were really a social justice warrior alike. But what I like is they got what we wanted. They got a lot of the old voice actors. They actually made, filled a hole. Yeah, identity politics. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Well, a lot of stuff is pretty feminized now in the modern, last 20 years. I really don't like it a lot because, do I even need to explain why? Because it's really even it's frustrating. Though I'm true neutral, but even for me, it's destroying the balance, I can even say, and we need to strive for it as a neutral brotherhood. We need to at least try.
Yeah, because they destroy. It's like they don't understand that. If you take Game of Thrones, what George said is, we have this timeline. It's not 2017. We have another time. We're fighting with swords. It's a whole different world. Stop getting offended. Just understand it. This is how it was like. This is how this world is portrayed. Stop getting offended. It's not like it's a presentation.
Yeah, but really, Cake, I kind of feel it's not where we should move the podcast.
I know. I know. Well, let's go away from it.
Yep.
But back to Baldur's Gate.
But I think we need to make another podcast about exactly Baldur's Gate alone, and we can talk about it for hours already. easily someday. But this is
talk with the
really introductory one.
And then maybe we can get Jake or another guy.
Yeah, Jake and Space Botany, maybe the other Neutral Brotherhood mates will join us.
Because there's also, maybe just take one more. I was one of the few idiots who got so excited about Siege of Dragonspear that I brought the collector edition, and I still haven't got it.
I'm going for quarter staff and sling. I made gnome mage, which is illusionist with specialization. Only one he can take actually.
Yeah. Have you actually done any speedruns with Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, there are speedruns, but with glitches. They're using well, it's again hard to explain for me in English.
Yeah, well, it's just if you have done it before.
You better just check it out. But yeah, they're pretty impressive. But they're using glitches. They pushing themselves through the doors and map places, some different locations.
I have seen it.
You have seen it? Yep.
I myself tried to use, Baldur's Gate 2 when you're exiting the first dungeon, Johnny Rennicke's dungeon, you remove Imolen from the party and then you go out, and then you cut you skip a scene and then you reform with Imolen and then you get some XP and then you remove her from the party and then you just get some few levels in. I tried that glitch, but it's just if you have played Baldur's Gate 2, trying to do a speed one.
Oh no, I haven't. Well, kinda tried, but I thought I dropped it because I don't think Baldur's Gate is a game which is needed to be speedrun. It's not a kind of game which.
Yeah.
Although I speedrunned Fallout in the past, but it was 13. Last time I tried, it was 13 years ago, I guess. It was 2003 or 2004. Yeah. I thought maybe to stream it now to train and try it. But again, I want just to stream mostly 100% walkthrough, with deep explanation and discussion, I think it's far better than speedruns. Well, speedruns I can speedrun System Shock too. System Shock, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing with Space. His impossible level speed run.
Yeah, Space Botany from our Neutral Brotherhood is making like all modules runs, which I really prefer. Again, I don't like speedruns with glitch when you cut your when like you are jumping to the second floor and you are dying, and then you're invincible and you can run and make those tricks. But I feel it's really lame. I prefer totally all modules. Not
Is
even
it,
impossible or not, that doesn't matter, but without this stupid glitch when you are becoming invincible, and yeah, this is pretty lame.
Yeah, just
I never liked it.
It's like cheat codes.
Yep.
But was it even did his record actually get accepted? I think I saw something in the chat with it's not recognized or something.
We're trying to edit on speedrun. At the moment, they added Nigel's speedrun just in MISC section, but again, speedrun.com's community is pretty strange. Not even strange, they're pretty dumb. They are not adding needed categories. Same with Contra Hard Corps, for example. At the moment I have third world record, by the way, so it was second, now it is third. Like, there are American US version of game and Japanese version, and they are totally different. But at the moment we don't even have different categories for it. So Japanese version can be beat faster, and they don't even divide those categories. You see, and this is pretty absurd. And the argument that like there are not enough speedrunners is absolutely stupid and had no logic behind it. Anyway, you need to divide it. Same with System Shock and a lot of other games. Why you created like MISC category? What the fuck is this overall? Like, created like all modules. What means MISC? There must be no categories like that. So it's like lame work of moderators and people who moderate games, and speedrun.com overall. It's pretty lame. That's pretty sad, but that's what we have.
Yeah, that is pretty sad. I only have one unofficial speedrun, and that's Fallout 2. Fallout 1 and 2, where I did both speedruns right each other. So I started with Fallout 1, did the speedrun, opened Fallout 2, did the speedrun there, and then just took the time there, because Fallout 1 and 2 is so fast. It's so easy to do that speedrun.
I even... Oh damn! I even made, and me and some of my mates made some voice acting for Baldur's Gate. It's pretty impressive work. It was a lot of fun.
Let's do this quick and pain.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about Baldur's Gate, to customize your own character.
Yeah.
Make the voice. That's awesome.
I clicked start over accidentally, never mind. But yeah, also one of the greatest intros. Like, I know all Irenicus voice acting by heart. It is time for more experiments. The pain will be passed, and you should survive the process, and so on. It's so classy, so damn classy. Okay, maybe let's talk about NES and Sega stuff a little bit.
Yeah, we can talk about Sega's, but I think that's going to be you, because it's the. I mean, I didn't have a console.
You never had one?
Because no, I never had one, because my father was like, "Well, here's a computer. You're not gonna get a Game Boy. You're not gonna go get a console. This computer with DOS, that's all what you need." So I just had a PC when. So I never get to play Sega, but I got a Raspberry Pi now, so I'm I'm getting all the legit rooms there is, so I can.
Too
play
old. Well, yeah. Now it's absolutely different. Again, it's very different perception when you played like back then, 25 years ago, and now. And when people like retro game playing retro, it's absolutely different feeling actually. Well, if you didn't play it back then you can have that nostalgic feeling. But yeah, it's absolutely different to play it back then and now, and it's something needed to be understood. And I think a lot of people don't take it
don't
serious.
understand it. I agree.
And they think like they play retro and that's how they feel it back then. No, not at all. It's absolutely different perception now for games, and this is something people must understood.
Yeah, that's also the reason why I really. There's a lot of few people. Fallout 1 and 2 is my favorite games, and there was a point where I tried to get some of my friends to just play it, go through it, and I immediately understood that they didn't have the nostalgic for it, so it was a waste of time for them because they didn't have the feeling of it when I was back then when I tried Fallout 1 and 2. So yeah, I get that trying these games today, it's not the same.
Yep, it's not the same. I started Dune, like one of the legendary games, which often considered the first RTS, but actually it is not true. There was Herzog 2 before it, which was created in 1989. I, by the way, already streamed it and finished it completely without even a loss on hard. I wasn't even expecting it from myself, but yeah, it like one of my favorites. It's really one of the first strategies ever made, real-time strategies, which made a canonical, well, not just stereotypes, but a way how you play strategy games. That radar. In design terms, radar, so on. So yeah, I will.
Yeah, I remember. I tried.
Have you played Dune?
That was the first RTS I tried.
And by the way, interesting. But and as well, yeah, we can talk about like. I don't know if you know by the moment,
I know
but I mean I met a lot of people from gaming industry in person, like first of all in musical scene.
Yeah.
Yep. For example, Frank Klipaki is a absolutely classy guy, like who actually has made music and said like Dune, the Battle for Arrakis. Yeah. Some other guys like.
How come that you got to meet them? I remember when I first talked to you that you've been traveling around the world a lot.
I'm trying to remember which. Damn it. Robot Kid, which is Josh Randall, which is composer of System Shock 2, by the way, as well, and producer of Thief. So yeah, that's a different story. Let's talk it another time. It's really a long one.
Yeah, let's do that.
So you wait, but you played Dune. Which one, like console games, you could play in your friends' houses, right? I never had NES, for example, but
that was mostly PlayStation.
in yard, there were friends when we were young, and we were going here and there and playing NES a lot in my friends' houses together and co-op. It was a great time.
I did play. I played some Nintendo games. I played the old James Bond game multiplayer and one of the first Call of Duty. And of course, when you have friends who have PlayStation, you play a lot wrestling games and of course Tekken. And of course Mario.
PlayStation, this one, which I really haven't played a lot, and I didn't have it, and my friend, kind of mate, can't say it was a friend, but never mind. Played a little bit, but mostly I nearly played all Sega games, but of course later I played a lot of when I had Sega, but later on emulators as well. I checked quite every game which were made for Sega Mega Drive, but in America it's called Genesis.
I still got to play. I'm gonna host a LAN party at the place I work, and we're gonna. There's two of the guys who's really good with Linux and Raspberry. They gonna make some emulators, and they have a ton of ROMs. So that we're gonna go through some of the old games there. So that's gonna be totally awesome. We got like two TVs where it's just gonna be old Segas and Commodore 64 games. So that's gonna be awesome if it's going to be something. Of course.
Yeah, would be great. By the way, you know what? I think we need like for the next podcast we need to plan the games about we will talk, and if I will be streaming it, not you will make like edits in offline, but I will probably stream it in online if I will be there, of course not. But maybe I will not be on all podcasts. Maybe you are leading again. Like maybe you will create separate channel for it, right? So we totally lead it. Like you are. And I'm the leader of Neutral Brotherhood. You will be leader of podcasts for our podcast. So
I'm truly glad for that.
You can talk with Jake, Space, or whatever, and talk tete-a-tete all together, and it will be a lot of fun. So I suggest that we need like to plan about which games, which like cultures or topics we will talk.
Yeah,
so I can stream.
Before we did this,
I can stream those games and stuff. Yep.
Because
show to
it's just
audience.
Too hard to just go in and sit and okay, let's talk about this. What is
it can be naturally. It can flow naturally as today. Like it's pure improvisation, right? But still, if it's a podcast, I want to deliver a high quality, not just talking.
Yeah, not just something random like this. Because there's a lot of subjects. For example, we like to talk. I'm not sure how much you like Mass Effect.
To say the truth, I only tried a little bit. First one, just tried. My mate gave me like again. Maybe you don't know. I don't know if you have read my description of channel or not, but I wasn't playing for like 10 years from 2004. So I missed a lot. And he was like, "Hey, what the hell? Play those great new games which you missed, like Dragon Age, Mass Effect." And he gave me a bunch of official discs and played. I tried, but I was pretty busy back then. I tried a little bit, like a couple of hours. I liked the style of it. It's even had like stylish style of cyberpunk stuff. But the game itself, it was for me. It's more like a shooter, and I don't know. I didn't feel like it was an RPG. Yeah, dialogue options. There are dialogue options, but I can't say a lot about it. But I think it's a stylish game. But I think it's pretty overrated. But what I seen. But maybe I will stream it.
Yeah, because the new
actually
one
I thought to stream it
in March. I will stream it with one of my best friends because I just bought a green screen. So I'm gonna put a webcam up.
Oh, nice.
The guy I invited, he's studying history in the university, but he's also reading a lot of fiction in Hello, Mass Effect, Warhammer. You can ask him anything, and then he can explain it. He's a mastermind with all the historics.
We can try to capture Mass Effect right at the moment if you want. I can try to run it.
No, it's just I think this should be some of the plan.
Pretty sad that we can't talk about a lot about NES and Sega because that's really well Sega Mega Drive. It's something which I like mastered, which I can talk huge quantity of stuff about. Some games, my favorite games like Rings of Power. Again, Andy Gavin, James and Ruben. I met those guys, and Nighty Dog
And I
leaders.
also think we should
So yeah,
talk about these games.
that's a
But-
huge
but
quantity. That's a huge quantity of stuff to talk about, and you can't just make
No,
it
no,
in 1
that-
hour. Definitely.
Yeah, and I think that should be planned when we finally
Yeah.
get fix this together, so we can make a official YouTube video out of
Oh,
it.
you know what?
Because
We can make it like that. I mean,
because I need some times. If we plan it, I can put my Raspberry up, try it myself, see what it's like. Because then we get the perspective of someone who played a lot, know it, mastered it, and then someone who's not really tried it, but and haven't tried it back then, but is trying it now.
I mean, we can improvise, but later, like, make a podcast and then to stream some game about which we were talking. That's another
Yeah.
way. It's a good way as well. But yeah, I still have some my projects and other projects, not only this one. So yeah, it takes a lot of time. I can't make it everything. So yeah, let be
That's also
podcast
why I
on
think
mostly on you, but I will definitely help and tell about it. Help how I can.
That's
and
also why I think that these podcasts should only be 2 times in 1 month.
yeah, something
shouldn't
like
be-
that. Something like that. Maybe even one per month, but like
Yeah.
quality one with plan and stuff. Well, 2 times depends on who can join and so on. But yeah.
Who can join us and who's with it. But yeah, you're right, just 1 a month, because I know that you're not really that interested in the publicity.
Yeah,
But-
talking. I'm not a social person, so yep, I don't want to chat about this and that. And another one plus about plan, because while improvising, sometimes you can ask or start talking like about this feminist shit, which not like I don't even care, but I definitely don't want to talk about it because
Yeah.
what to talk about? It will affect nothing. It's just shitty polemics, not even. It's not a discussion. Just it's better.
Yeah. And
So yeah,
I'm definitely that's also why we need to plan, set the rules up for. But it's not really accepted to talk about, because we don't really want to put too much time in that. because
yeah.
this is
On
about
the other hand, Cake, improvising has some like pros as well. Just you can't please everyone. Someone will like improvising stuff. Someone will like more planned stuff. You can't.
Yeah.
It's everything has pros and cons in it. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
think
should be improvised more.
For the-
but
for
we
the-
still need to have some subjects that
Yep,
we know that we can talk about.
definitely. But for offline podcast, definitely we need to plan something. But for the streams, then improvising. Mostly when
Yeah.
I explain stuff about games, well, because I stream mostly my favorite stuff and I know a lot about it, so I don't even need to like read something about it, because usually I know more than there is written
Than
in
most of-
Wikipedia and so on. Yeah, a lot of stuff I wrote myself. So yeah.
And we could also do that, because we could do that. We make the planned podcast, the more quality that's gonna be on YouTube, and we can make the online stream podcast that's gonna be a little more improvised. And if people gonna ask something on the chat, we can all be there to read them and answer. Make the viewers be in the discussion as well.
Well, yeah, at the moment there are like 6 person watching, but quite no one is writing. But Just
We got-
Nigerian said identity politics, and T12 said hi, hello there, everyone. So yeah, and I think podcasts, just even podcasts with streams. Well,
that would
it's
be
a main
intriguing as
discussion,
well.
but of course viewers can join. But it's mainly
He's playing
RuneScape, old RuneScape.
Oh, well, they got new graphic, or if you could call it graphic.
I wanted to ask, do you know something about Uncharted Waters, which I consider one of the best games ever made as well, which is very unpopular outside of Japan, but it's one of the best games, not just RPGs, and it's a unique one, but yeah, it's about exploration time and sailing. Uncharted Waters, and second one, New Horizons, made in 1992 or 1 and 94.
The
Absolutely
figure
brilliant games. Yeah, and about Koi, it's a long story about Koi as well. It's a huge story for me because I love Koi games and I played them a lot when I was young. Strategies, yeah, probably by now everyone knows that my favorite genres are strategies and RPGs. So yeah, Koi is absolute masterpiece for Sega. Like there are not so many strategies on Sega and good RPGs, but Koi is outstanding in this niche, if I can say so. And Uncharted Waters is just top-notch classic game. It's it's one of those gems, unpopular gems. Absolutely lovely story. It's all connected between it. So yeah, it's music by Yoko Kanno, by the way. I think it's her masterpiece, one of her finest, if not the finest works, along with Cowboy Bebop Ost. So yeah, it's just top notch. And the funny thing, I never knew in beginning of 90s that it's Yoko Kanno, because in titles and then there are no surnames, nothing. So you know, this is was pretty weird. This one, Otto Baines, probably, well, my favorite character. It's hard to say. They're all so classy, but
there's a lot of classic.
The trailer, 6 characters with their very long, pretty long stories and the classy writing. So it's really outstanding.
Well,
game.
back then they spent more time on the story and the small things that new games they don't do. I mean,
another
I
theme.
hate that game. I don't want to recognize it as a Fallout game.
More than that, I even can play it on piano. This Ost of Uncharted Waters was one of the things why I can say again it affected my life in some ways. Why I worked with Yamaha, why I started playing piano overall. So yeah, it's another very long story. Yeah, there's so much stuff. It's all connected. You know, life is so ironic thing. Everything is connected. So it's easy to be misunderstood when you say like this affected me or someone. It's not actually affected straight, but in some strange ways. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Inspiration and stuff, it's hard to evaluate it, but it's there. It's there.
One of the games that affected me very much was Quake, the Arena version.
Arena?
Yeah, Arena. Quake 3 Arena. And,
it's
I also
mythology, Greek. No, not Greek. Mirth mythology or something like that. German mythology is there, right? Valhalla and stuff. Yep. That Arena?
No. Quake. You don't know Quake?
Oh, you said Quake. Of course I know Quake.
Yeah.
I actually, again, I know that many people may think that how it's even possible he was there and here, but yeah, I actually know the world champion, and I was training with world champion back then in first place in 2003. 04, yeah. So which is a lecture. You must know him, right? If you play Quake.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, he's.
That's pretty awesome.
But yeah, I wasn't that good, but it was a joy even to make one fragger. By the way, if you, probably don't know, but I already made a stream on Quake 3. You can check it out, but it was in Russian, so it mostly was in Russian, but you can check it. It is on YouTube, telling stories about it, about World Championship, which was held in America, and how Alexei, Lexer real name is Alexei, how he went there, about matches there. I didn't move, at that time I couldn't, but and I wasn't that good as Lexer, so
it was hard. I mean, I was back there in CPL. It was a hard time to live, and especially us play professional. Definitely, if it was good either.
Well, I guess it's every time it's not so easy, because it takes just a lot of time, especially if you are have standalone complex, or how to say, if you're antisocial, asocial, and so on, you need to make usual things, deals, just usual, cook stuff, and it's good when you have parents, but if you don't, then it's just good. It's impossible. For me it was like that, so let's better not talk about it again. It's pretty personal.
It's also one of the things I worked on. That's why I play Magic Card the Gathering. But the moment, I just hate the game at the moment.
Okay, yeah, Uncharted Waters, so classy. Again, I need to stream it so badly. I have huge tons of information to talk about. Oh, more than that, I even created a site about it in the past. Now it's down, but it was one of the first big sites about Uncharted Waters. There was a lot of information, how you items, characters, and so on. I still have it locally, but there are newer ones which are great. So it was.
I saw a Nigerian. He came up with a funny one that with Lisuja's suit, Larry shaped my childhood. No, if you've seen that in the chat.
Yesterday, when I was streaming Hero 3 of Might and Magic, said you need to stream it this, but he's trolling. Nigerian is a little troll, so don't take his words seriously. He is usually cheesy, making jokes. That's okay.
The old Sam and Max game, if you know that one.
Mad Max?
No, Sam and Max. The rabbit and dog detective.
Not sure. Maybe I know it, but I don't think I played it.
A game that you don't know.
Of course, there are games which I didn't play. Of course,
it's
I can't know everything.
With a very
all humans and all are stupid. Even perfect immortal machine like me can't know everything, unfortunately. So I know that I don't know classic philosophical. I know that I don't know.
What about Commander Keen?
What? Command and Conquer?
Commander Keen.
Commander King?
Yeah.
You
don't know that either?
Not sure.
It's a little boy with a yellow helmet where you shoot laser, and you have to go from... It's like Duke Nukem 1 and 2, the 2D...
Is it a shooter? I'm pretty bad. I wasn't playing shooters. I don't like shooters overall.
Okay.
Oh, Commander Keen, not King. Yeah, I know, but I never played it. But I know.
Okay.
I know this game. Yep.
Then we can have that. You played a lot of the RTS, and I played a lot of the shooters.
I see.
Because I played Doom, I played Wolfenstein.
Yeah, of course I played Doom and Wolfenstein, classics, but overall I wasn't playing a lot of shooters. It's not my cup of tea, I can say.
I also played a little Hex, if you knew that one.
Hex?
Yeah, Hex. It's like it's a wizard. You play as a wizard. It's like Dune and Wolfenstein. It's also made by ID, but you're a wizard and you are in a dungeon.
Well, I
Yeah, it's
know
totally
stuff like
different.
Master of Monsters and stuff like that, which leaded, and again Chaos, which was made by Julian Gollop in 95, oh, full 85, not 95, 85, 1985, one of those great games. So yeah, we can talk about 80s as well. So those games, greatest those games as well, which is one of Master of Orion and stuff like that.
Yeah. One of my friend's father, he has original, what's it called, Pac-Man arcade,
Pac-Man.
and an original Street Fighter arcade. That's pretty awesome. And he also got an, I don't remember the game. Oh, he did that. He had a lot of. He collected. He was a funny guy because he collected old computers and old arcades.
I made those lists, like maybe you have seen it in my description, my ultimate list of greatest DOS era games. Like a lot of I played, but some there are which I never played. I want to play and stream it as well. But yeah, where to find?
I played that game
so many times, like King's Quest, stuff.
I'm just gonna look over what you have tried. I can definitely see that.
Well, first ones, of course, Dune, Master of Orion, E4, Enemy Unknown, Betrayal at Krondor, classic upstairs. They all have absolutely brilliant classics. Syndicate, System Shock, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, Cyberpunk, Dystopians, everything like that. I have read, played, watched everything related to dystopias and cyberpunk. So yeah, Ultima, Underworld, which is classic one. But
yeah, I just looked through it. I remember the Myst game,
Oh yeah, Myst is a great one.
Oh, when I tried that game, I was very young, and I I wasn't smart enough to get through that game.
By the way, have you played? Well, back to the Dungeons and Dragons. There is like one of the greatest games in DOS era as well, which is Eye of the Beholder. If you know this one, was created in 1991. As well, like Baldur's Gate, I believe this is one of the best digital creations of D&D world in digital way.
Yeah.
By the way, sorry guys, I'm still a little bit sick, so yeah. Wait a minute, I need to blow my nose. Wait a second. Well, you keep up telling some about stuff. Be right back.
Yeah, I remember the Eye of the Beholder. I didn't try that game, but I tried the others. What's called Might and Magic. It's kind of the same game style, just they were inspired from Eye of the Beholder, I think. I tried some of that, some of those. I remember in the kids club. We have something in Denmark where young people can meet up. And they have computer rooms, and people just played Might and Magic in there. So, but I never tried Eye of the Beholder. It's only Might and Magic I tried. I can really feel that I really need to make my list. What old games did I actually play?
By the way, back to if you are saying about Might and Magic, which was one of the first open world games as well. I want to tell a lot about one of my favorites, and Naughty Dog. I already said about Andy Gavin and James Rubin, which is Rings of Power, the first child. Wait, again I will turn on the Gens Sega MD emulator rings. Okay, I will open it manually. I will just show it a little bit, and it's absolutely great game. Absolutely one of the first games with such huge open world. Absolutely huge open world. I know a lot of people were frustrated, and I have even cool stories about this game, because this was a game which a lot of people, I know not only me, but a lot of people haven't finished. They could not finish it because in Europe, at least, not in the US, but there was a bug, program bug, which didn't allow to save. Saves were not working. You couldn't just finish this game because it's so huge. Yeah, I was like finishing it from 1993, not to lie. I finished it for the first time in 2002, I guess, on emulator. So yeah, and I was playing and trying all the time. from early 90s I was trying to beat it, but it's it's another one which definitely made me a crazy person. I guess this game not destroys the brain, it vice versa. It's make you ponder. This game really. It is making you a smarter person if you play it. I literally can say it.
I got it right then.
It's absolutely crazy game.
I think let's talk for 15 more minutes and then say that's it. I think we do have a command on your Twitch that can
1 hour
tell you.
will be 1 hour or 30 minutes, and yeah, we can finish it like introductory podcast, which was a lot of fun already.
I can definitely feel like that we need Jake in there. We need the third person, and then I maybe when I'm hosting the offline, I might take one of my friends in, because I got one of my friends who's really good at the old RTS games.
Oh yeah, but yeah, tete is okay, but totally 1, 3 or 4, it will be even greater. But discussion, it will be harder to
maintain.
Maintain and good flow, and someone want to say long opinion, and it will be harder. And changing the subject, so on. But yeah, it's okay. We can improvise anyway.
We can improvise, but of course when it's mine, the offline one, it's gonna be more structured, more planned, and we're gonna keep to a plan maybe. And I think one of the things I know that I have trouble listening to people. I have trouble listening to myself.
Yeah, I see, and probably same here, because not like trouble, but when it's my favorite topic, I want to say like something, and yeah, it becomes hard to listen when someone is
talking, but also just
saying long and like, especially when something you already know and you just can't take it because you already know it, and it's not like we're bad listeners, but you know what I mean, right? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's also why I think in the plan that we're gonna stick to 2 subjects. Old games stories and new game stories.
Trying to be more productive, and when that's I'm not talking with a lot of person again. I'm not the social one. This is another reason why, because they're not saying anything interesting and new for me. Why I need to listen to it? That's right.
But that's the good thing that I have the same feel.
Yeah.
I actually much prefer when you're just speaking over Discord or Skype.
That's
or
yep.
whatever.
That's why we don't need to make it a very frequent stuff. Like 1 per month will be good enough.
Yeah, that would be best.
Yep.
Because it's just gonna be too much, and if we do one every week, we're gonna go out.
I even can say in real life I don't have a lot of well, no one is have a lot of friends actually, but just idiots think they are, but actually they're not. But yeah, so I want to say that even with them I talk not very frequently, and I think it's the right thing, because you need to have that, like, stray or stream of fresh air between you, and if you talk frequently and a lot, you will not have this fresh air between you, like, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I have the same way, but also a little different thing. I mean, I have a friend meter. I have what I call activities friends, and I got those friends when the closest friends I have are those friends where just the company of them is enough. Just that they sit by and we don't really talk. We're just sitting and playing the same game. That's just amazing. And then I got the activity friends, which we talk a lot, but we don't have that silence moment. And
yeah. Well, I think silence moments are totally okay as well, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's great.
Because one of the things I have trouble with is there's a community in Magic Card that I feel like that I was responsible, that it became something because I introduced some people who was with that could start, who could be able to make this big and great. And now I just feel that I got used by these people, and I kind of hate them now. And it's kind of my own rule that don't do anything good for others. Oh, you have to be selfish.
One of stuff. Well, it's not about that subject. I mean, overall, we need feedback because it's hard to balance the sound and volume of game. Like each other, we need to find balance, and so far no one gave us well, I guess that means that it's okay, the sound is okay. I'm trying to lower the Sega volume, but
that's also one of the things we need to test to the offline stream. Also, Jake, the music.
Yeah, hello there, Jake couldn't join us today. Well, there are reasons. If he will want, he will write it in chat. I will not say it because it's like not.
It's not really.
It's not about.
It doesn't really matter.
Yep.
I was wondering what is the biggest number of viewers you ever had?
Yeah, the music of Rings. 1 second, Cake. It's very loud. Not just because it's Rings of Power itself. It has very very loud volume in it. So what was you asking?
What is the biggest viewer count you ever had on your stream?
100 plus, 150 or something like that, when I was talking about real weapons and stuff like that.
Okay. On Twitch?
Yep. Well, everywhere, like 150 or something like that. And also yesterday, when I was streaming Heroes, there were like 100.
You had 100 views?
One guy hosted me about 1 hour. There was a raid and there was a really very active chat. But I wasn't. I was answering in Heroes. I wasn't using the microphone. What?
My biggest number was 50, or 56 or something. And it's not because there was said a lot on the chat, because I noticed, someone is testing this view bot on my channel.
When you were streaming Baldur's Gate?
No, I had other channel that I started with some people calling.
I thought we were talking about these channels. Well, then never mind.
Yeah.
Because I have other projects, but yeah, let's not talk about it again. I'm pretty anonymous, and maybe I'm a crazy person, but I prefer not to combine them. I prefer not to combine them.
Okay. That's kind of thing I find a little bit funny.
So here,
I understand why you want to be anonymous, but it's also kind of a little funny.
Yep, I know. For someone it's funny, and someone just can't understand it. But well, that's what it is. But yeah, let's talk about rings again. I will just show you a map and how huge, how vast, well, not like the universe, but
yeah, but just some of it. I can already see this.
But yeah, it has some bugs as well, like this one. Damn, am I dead? No, not yet. It's an absolutely hardcore game. Who managed to flee? Damn it. Yeah, I won't just... Shit. I haven't picked it up yet on the map.
It's like... I'm not gonna say... It reminds me of Final Fantasy,
nah,
but I guess it was before.
It's absolutely unique game. It doesn't remind anything, really.
No, it's just the fighting games there. You know, that it was turn-based. Or am I
wrong? Turn-based?
Yeah, the Ring of Power, you know, in the fighting.
Well, yeah, it's kind of turn-based. Well, it's actually not. Again, the combat system is unique. Nothing is like that. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You just choose spells and stances, and they're fighting. But, well, yeah, hard to say if this is a turn-based or not. But yeah, character is moving after another character. So yeah, I guess you can say it's turn-based, but you don't end the turn, you know. It's constantly they are fighting with each other. You just choose the stance like Berserk, Warai, Advance, and you choose the spells and stuff. Also, you can make it auto combat, so it will flow naturally like it's real time. So yes. Buck, you got my note. I hope the other students come as promptly. Let's go to the practice room. I'd like to demonstrate the first circular spells tune. Yeah, this game is one of the hardest, the most hardcore games ever made, and one of the most intellectual ones. You really need a brain to finish it. It's so hard. Puzzles, and not puzzles, but how to say, like quest. It's so very hard quest. Very hard to find those 11 rings to recreate Creation Road. It's holy shit.
Yeah, back then it was something different. It's not like today where it's just easy mode. Except Dark Souls. That was never really easy.
I don't know. I think Dark Souls is one of the worst games ever made. Honestly. I tried first one. Yep, I tried first one and it was a complete mess. It's just so shitty port, and yeah, I think it's pretty bad game, super overrated.
Okay, I'm a big fan of that game. I mean, I hate it.
Well, even if you want, what would it change? Holy War here? I don't think so. I don't think we would start a Holy War. We would just change the topic and that's it.
No, I don't care if you don't like it.
It's super shitty optimization, super shitty programming by shitty programmers. What to say?
Maybe in the beginning, but the patches have done really something. I just love the game because
I tried original.
I played it. I got defeated a lot by the first boss and the second boss, and I just thought, screw this game. I'm gonna uninstall it. 2 days later, I installed the games and said, I'm gonna complete that boss right now.
So guys, here is the map of Rings of Power. Like, here we are, and by axis you can scroll here and there, but let me just show you how vast it is, how huge it is. Like, let's go to the east, and I'm scrolling, still not there. You see, and to the north.
Oh.
It's like it's absolutely crazy for Sega, for not even for Sega, for everything that was back then. It's just crazy. It's absolutely huge.
And it's also really awesome.
And
that
you need
how
to go.
The whole map is connected when you go to east.
Yeah. For Sega,
At some
it
point,
was
you
crazy.
return to the same spot because the Earth is round. That's a really
And that's
awesome
I know the
feature.
map, but what? Just imagine you are sitting there in 1999. You open it and you see it, and holy fuck, that was absolutely blowing mind. Like, I understand that today probably it will not inspire anyone or shock anyone, but back then it was holy fuck. It's absolutely cosmic and unbelievable.
Yeah, it's totally different. Well, everything was totally
again,
different
perception back then and now very different. It's again, the grass was greener, the light was brighter, the taste was sweeter. How in the classic song by Pink Floyd. And by the way, I think we need to make like different topics, not only gaming, but for example, in every podcast we need to talk about like 5-10 minutes about some music, like.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like in this one we can discuss some Pink Floyd blues rock, for example. Other day like jazz, I don't know, whatever. It can be classy as well. So yeah, back about our discussion. You said you were making some sketches or artworks for Neutral Brotherhood
Yeah,
Podcast.
just to the offline.
Yeah,
because,
tell us a little bit about that.
Because it's gonna be, of course, the podcast is called the Neutral Brotherhood. So it's gonna be the logo of Yin Yang Yo.
So you decided to create separate channel after all, right?
Maybe I'll just put it on my own, and then I'll of course link to Jake's YouTube and Twitch and yours. And
oh yeah,
YouTube.
You can send it to me. I can, if you want to, I can upload it as well.
Yeah,
well,
you can of course just.
But if I will not stream it online like today.
Yeah. I actually think the thing we should do, the offline, I can upload that one, and the online stream version, that's the one that you upload, because that's where we're gonna spend the time to look where everyone can go and you stream, also us who's on the podcast, and watch the
Here's
games.
Some back to you guys. Yes.
Yeah. So they also have something to watch, while the offline, it's just gonna be simple discussion. Maybe something but it's mostly just gonna be the graphic of Neutral Brotherhood, and with Adobe After Effects I can make so that each person who's in the podcast, his name will be displayed in each corner, and then if I can make the offline correctly, I will just test some things, because I want to record our voices separated, so I can put it in the video, a curve where you can see that, oh, this guy is talking now it's this guy is talking now, if you get what I mean.
Yep, totally.
Because then people can also recognize, oh, it's Genius who's talking. Now it's Jake. Now it's Kate.
Yeah, it's not necessary. We can improvise. Just let it flow naturally, but at least have some subjects and games and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we can make stream.
That's why I figured out that actually this day with Jake should be used with planning. How should we actually?
Oh, yep. Well, we can discuss it later on Discord. And I don't know, Jake, if you hear us at the moment.
Yeah, I think you do. We actually have 7. You have 7 viewers.
Yep.
I
we have
need to update my channel.
8.
8 viewers.
Yep.
Is there someone I'm not seeing? Because when I'm on, I can see there's 7 viewers.
Well, my software showing that 8 on all different. I'm just using Restream, so I'm streaming at the same time on the 5 portals.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was a nice of you showing Ring of Power. I need to look more into what it is. But should we
Yeah, I
say
definitely will
that's...
stream it later because it's absolutely one of the most unique experiences I ever had in gaming, and yeah, it's a great game, but it's totally not for everyone, guys. It's
Yeah,
a lot of people will be literally frustrated and destroyed by this game. They will feel like they're idiots, literally, because this is
yeah.
so hardcore game, and holy shit.
Yeah, there's also another thing we actually need to discuss because we were talking about Diablo 2 that we
I actually,
should play some co-ops.
hmm, I wanted to say that I
We
actually
can
know
discuss
some
that offline because
game.
I
Cake,
think you can continue playing
please
Ring of
stop
Power, but I
interrupting,
think finish
please.
it up now.
Okay. I wanted to say about rings one more thing, that there are retro lovers, and I know they were streaming on Twitch. They actually beated this game and pretty fast without any spoilers for like 60 hours. I think for this game it's
Okay.
pretty fast. Yeah. But well, with saves, so maybe it's okay, 60 hours. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's pretty long. It's very long, of course. It's very long still, but I think like rings can be played for hundreds of hours. Okay,
But
now
should
keep
we
it up.
call it
Now,
off?
now your turn if you prefer this one, because yeah, really, like we need to stop to
I think we should finish
interrupt
off for
each
now
other.
because I felt I wasn't really prepared that we should discuss something. I was more just planned for that we need to talk an hour or something to plan. Because I just played a tournament and I did really bad for my standard. So I'm just, really destroyed up in my head. So I would say thank you, Genius, for this podcast. Being in, and I hope that next time that Jake can join in our offline one when we have, discussed offline what we should do. So I would say thank you for the chat today.
Oh, sure, no problem. Always welcome. I just as I said, when I will have possibility to help with the podcast, I will always do it. To say honestly, I wanted to start some podcasting about gaming, just yeah, but again, it's a
Yeah.
question of time, and so yeah, I'm pretty glad that you. Well, I can say joined at the moment as a mate, and probably you will be the part of the Neutral Brotherhood for sure. Just we need a little bit time more to
Evaluate.
so yeah, I'm pretty glad that you made that initiative and decided to make a podcast. So yeah, it's definitely
Yes.
gladly I will
would
join
say,
when I have.
Thank you for today. I will go to bed. I got a long day tomorrow.
So this is the end for today, right? Let's.
Yeah, it is the end.
Okay, let's end then.
So I would say thank you and talk to you later.
Okay, that was Cake from Denmark. Hope you enjoyed our discussion, guys. I think we can end then. Maybe I will stream a little bit later. So yeah, this. Let's actually end then.
Yeah.
If discussion.
We also need to do a little bit of introduction, but we'll fix that. We will make
Yeah,
that up
already
later.
already stream is like going 1 hour and 13 minutes. I thought we will make like a short one introductory for half an hour or maybe hour. Again, we have like huge quantity of stuff to talk about, so
Yeah.
it can't be done in just one.
No, it really can be. But
Of
I
course.
would say thank you for tonight. I will go off to bed now. Talk to you later.
Sure. See you next time. Okay. So yeah, guys. Let me check for a second who is with us at the moment. Yeah, chat was not very active, but it's okay. It's mostly the idea was that it will be offline podcast, but I thought, well, let's make introductory one and to stream it. Why not to stream it? So yeah. Oh, I see Dean, Jake, Cake. Well, Neutral Brotherhood is here. Serega, hello. T12. Well, thank you for being with us, and Bandit, hello there as well. Definitely, you can be. Well, it's up to you to be more active or not. Again, it's like offline podcast, but if you wish to add something, then totally feel free to write in the chat. So yeah, we were not talking about NES and about Sega a lot. About NES now, because Cake is not very. Well, yeah, he didn't have. Well, you already heard it. He didn't have those consoles. But yeah, well, I didn't have NES as well, but I know a lot about it as well. But yeah, we will try to like discuss about old retro gaming, new ones, PC stuff, and how the grass was greener and stuff like that, and why today the game dev in the S, to say honestly. Maybe even some deeper terms like capitalism, stuff like that, economics, well, many factors. But yeah, it was introductory one. Wait a second. And yeah, next time we will probably make a plan, and of course we will improvise as well. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Maybe later I will start the stream. Maybe Heroes, maybe Age of Wonders, something oldie goldie. Anyway, that's it. This was the first podcast. Stay tuned.